originates from our Universal Radio studios. Celebrities from TV, music, movies, literature, politics, and show business, at one time or another, they all come to the Ron Sedgy Show. So why don't you?
Digital Talk Radio. I'm Jennifer Horn, back in studio from Mexico. It's the wonderful, the talented, and the beautiful Brian Whitman.
I looked over my shoulder for a second.
Like,
who is she talking about? Yeah. I went to Mexico. Last time I joined you, I was a day or two away from taking the Mexican cruise.
Yeah, because you're moonlighting. What people don't know is that apparently you've been moonlighting on us here at What's Trending Today with some other job, like doing mornings in L.A. or something. I some little job.
A morning radio show in Los Angeles, Southern California, and we took a bunch of listeners on a cruise.
Cool.
So much fun, Jennifer, to the Mexican Riviera. Have you done that cruise?
I have not. I've done the 4-dayer to Ensenada, where you just kind of go and come back. You do San Diego, Catalina, Ensenada, but I haven't done the Riviera.
What I did was Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and then back.
Which was your favorite stop?
I think most beautiful, Puerto Vallarta.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Cabo San Lucas was sort of the most authentic. I had like lunch at an authentic place.
What did you do?
Yeah, so that was fun for that reason. And Mazatlan, I actually was very tired in the middle of the week. I just kind of chilled.
Just kind of looked at it and went back to sleep?
Yeah, enjoyed the ship. I was on the Norwegian Star. Norwegian is a great cruise line. The food was delicious.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because I know this was a big concern. You wanted to make sure you had all of the dining options.
That's right.
So what was the best thing?
Let me tell you what they did. Overarching best thing. They do, if you remember cruises, as I do, you remember scheduled seating, right? You eat at 7.
Everybody at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, whatever.
They don't do it now. They call it freestyle dining. You dine where you want, when you want, from a list of restaurants, which are totally complimentary, included with your cruise.
Cool.
Some have a $10 or $20 surcharge if you want. If that's your choice, you pay a little extra. It's totally cool either way. So the food is delicious. The room service is complimentary. It's all included, but there are some things that you pay extra for. But I bought the little badge I told you guys about. For $50, $58, I drank free soda for a week.
Good for you. That's what you have to do. Because you get tired. You can't drink cruise water all the time.
No, you can't.
No.
Here's the cruise food story, which is great. I have a couple, but this is the funniest one, I think. And a friend of mine said, Brian, never tell the listeners you have a funny story. They'll figure out on their own if it's funny. Okay, so I retract that.
Wah, wah, wah. That's going to be good.
But this is like cruises. I call in the middle of the night because we do a radio show in the morning. So I'm up at 2:30. And I call and order an ice cream sundae with vanilla ice cream and whipped cream.
It's a way to start the day.
Right. And because it's a cruise, they bring me 3 of them.
You're like, is it my birthday?
I sit at the foot of the bed and eat 3 ice cream sundaes at 2:30 in the morning.
So you finished them all off?
I ate every one of them.
You know, if I were close enough to high five you, I would give you a big gigantic high five.
Mental high five right now.
Right.
It was great. And then of the restaurants on the ship, I had the first night we had my friend. She's a travel agent. She's in the business, and she's a sweetheart. So we had dinner. They're both travel agents, and we had dinner together. And she said, I walked in, when you walk into a restaurant, if you're like me, you start investigating everyone's plate.
Yeah,
and
what are they doing?
I see golden, beautiful corn on the cob, so I had to have it.
Oh, of course.
And it was served with steak, so I had steak the first night. But my favorite meal, I think, was Thursday night. I had, Jen, a delicious Chinese dinner, an Asian dinner.
Really?
Steamed dumplings, delicious orange chicken, kung pao chicken, fried rice, assorted. It was miso soup. It was so delicious. And green tea ice cream.
Oh, that's delicious.
They were going to do it as a sundae. I said, no, just bring me a scoop of green tea ice cream. It's so refreshing.
You're a purist. Just a little scoop of that ice cream.
So I had wonderful people to cruise with, a great time, and phenomenal food. And Norwegian Cruise Lines is not a commercial for them, but they made me comfortable. I had a good time.
Thumbs up. Good. All right, well, we're glad you're back, and we have a lot to cover this hour. It is What's Trending Today, Brian and Jen on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
I'm Chris Wald. Since taking Andro 400, I have dropped 45 pounds. I'm sleeping better. My knee pain went away. I've had some lower back issues, and I've noticed that went away. The radio ad, does it attack belly fat? Well, let me tell you, it did. I've lost 6 inches.
So guys, if you'd like to get similar results, try Andro 400, the safe, inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 866-546-1955. 866-546-1955.
We are perfectionists. We do it right and don't stop until the job is done. We build commercial zero-turn mowers with maneuverability, power, and comfort. Who are we? We are Kubota. Now, during our More Power to You sales event, you can get long-term financing as low as 0% APR on new commercial-grade Z700 series mowers. For more information or to find a participating dealer, visit Kubota.com.
Welcome back. It is What's Trending today on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Lots of stuff going on in the news this week. It was really, as they say in the biz, a busy news week, Brian.
It was a busy news week. There was
lots to cover.
I know we'll talk. I know that's like an Andrea Mitchell hybrid.
I don't know what
that was. But I know we'll talk about it later, presidential politics, and it's going to heat up over the weekend with Hillary. She's trending. We'll talk about that later. But no shortage of news. Just the presidential race alone.
I know. So, well, it's really, it's funny that we say it's starting to heat up when we realize it's still over a year away that we'll be voting for the next president.
And there's going to be like 20 more candidates to still announce their candidacies.
It's a little overwhelming, but we will get to that because there's Rand Paul news, there's Hillary Clinton news to be sure. But probably the biggest story for me anyway that has been trending on social media this week, and that's what this show is all about, is the South Carolina police officer shooting this man, Walter Scott, as he was running away. And an outcry from the community, obviously. South Carolina Police Department doing a really good job, I think, swiftly arresting this guy, charging him with murder and putting him in jail right away.
That's right.
I'm curious to get your take on this, Brian, because usually I am on the side of law enforcement.
That's right.
There is no defending what this guy did. I mean, you see him in the video, and if you haven't had a chance to look at it, check it out, because you see him struggling with this guy. The police officer's taser drops to the ground.
That's right.
Walter Scott takes off running. He's a 50-year-old man, so he wasn't going that fast. And this 33-year-old police officer stands there, and instead of getting off of his fat rear end and start running towards this guy to catch and tackle him like you're supposed to do, it's how you're trained to catch a criminal, he takes out his gun and shoots this guy in the back 8 times, goes over his dead body to make matters worse, handcuffs him, and drops the taser right by him. I mean, this evidence does not look good. And, I've seen cops, Brian, and I know what they're supposed to do. On cops, they start hoofing it, and run after the perpetrators.
I'm happy to hear. The story it's an evil story. It's tragic, but it's evil too. I'm glad to hear you say that, because we're like best friends, and sometimes we disagree on political issues, but it's okay because good people can disagree. But when you have a video like this has been my take on too many of these cases of excessive force, and I know people will disagree on some of them. When you have a video, specifically in this case out of South Carolina, that is as grim and horrific and clear as this video is, I can't imagine anyone, and of course there are a few out there, I know there are, haven't met him yet, thank goodness, and I hope I don't, because I couldn't even imagine conversing with somebody like that, how they could see this video any other way. Look, we talk about these body-mounted cameras that cops are going to wear.
There's a huge argument in favor of those cameras.
In favor of them, Jennifer, because they will, hopefully, the camera would eliminate a he said, she said. The Michael Brown case, Officer Wilson, there's no video.
They would have protected Darren Wilson in that case, that's for sure.
It would have. Right. If that narrative of evidence obviously holds up as the grand jury views it, right, it would have. And it would have exonerated immediately, and the public would have a more harmonious It would be a better experience for the public to have the video so everybody could look and go, oh, wow, okay, and understand. They could still disagree, but it helps to see what's happened. This case, it is so unanimous. The consensus is overwhelming because it is so grotesque. It is so grotesque what this officer does to another human being.
And this guy apparently has had some stuff in his history where he's gone after people of a different race. He's gone after other black people in the past. Now, again, we'll never know if this was a racially motivated crime because you're never going to get into his head.
That's right.
He will probably never tell you the truth. But regardless of race, you take this out. This is just an issue of right and wrong. And to go to some news that just came out, a new update came out about the dash cam video footage because he did not have a body cam, this police officer, Slager, but he had a dash cam on his car. And you can clearly hear the audio. He knew this guy was just simply had a warrant out for his arrest for child support.
That's right.
It was not like there was no mistaking that this was a violent criminal.
There's no weapon, and as you point out so accurately, the suspect is running from the officer, not running toward the officer. This is somebody who was shot in the back.
Right.
I mean, this is just as it is, and you know, I'm going to say this, as the son of a police officer, we've talked about this a lot. My dad was a New York City police officer for 21 years. You know who hates these videos more than anybody?
The good cops.
The good cops.
Of course.
And 99.9% of them, I'm going to up it, are good.
And that's absolutely the truth.
And this kind of thing turns borderline people who might not be all there against every cop because they can't discern. They have, crazy people have no power of discernment. So this will turn borderline people against the cops. Good cops suffer when criminals, I'm not even going to say animals because it's insulting to animals. Criminals, creatures like this creature in a badge who did this. Good cops suffer. Obviously, the victim is dead. Everybody suffers. Law enforcement suffers. Their reputation suffers. Good cops like my dad have to put on a uniform and wear a badge and go patrol a community after the citizenry has consumed this video.
Yeah. And that's what it does, is it feeds this narrative that's already been out there about black versus white, cops versus civilians. I mean, this kind of story does nothing to help relations between those two groups. Now, I want to switch over and talk about Ferguson here real quick.
Sure.
They had an election that was held this week. Many people did. Rahm Emanuel reelected in Chicago.
Almost didn't. Rahm Emanuel was on the bubble there.
I know. That was actually kind of fun to watch.
It was.
But in Ferguson, you had a big historic election for them because, of course, their town, their city was on fire just months ago after the Michael Brown verdict. And
literally
on fire. And you had a couple of folks running for city council, and good news there. It's now half and half white, half black, so it's more representative of the population because that was the big complaint. There were no black people in leadership positions. There were 3 black cops on the police force.
Yeah, and that's yet to be fixed.
There was a white mayor. And so the complaint was, hey, we're 73% black here in Ferguson. Where is the representation above us in the hierarchy of the city and in the government? And so great news. Half black, half white city council now. But here's my thing. I was watching all week long on social media, Brian, the headlines, record-setting voter turnout in Ferguson. So I'm like, this is great because this is what it should be. This voter turnout should be 100%.
All the time.
No doubt, 100% in Ferguson because it's a symbolic election,
right? Of course.
29% was the record voter turnout in Ferguson.
After what's happened in that community.
For me, that makes me completely not care anymore. If you can't get your rear end, again, to the polls, do not complain. And for minorities and women alone, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this just is such a hot button for me. This is new. Our right to vote is new. And so for people that don't take advantage of it and don't go to the polls and don't make that extra step, I don't want to hear you complaining anymore.
And by the way, you're talking about the average typical community. If you're living in Ferguson, and what happened last year in your hometown has not compelled you, motivated you to go vote for something, anything, someone, something, are you detached? Are you just so angry that you can't even participate anymore?
Excuse.
There is no excuse.
As Donald Trump would say, You're fired.
You're fired.
Thank you.
Really, it's unbelievable.
All right, up ahead, we've got more news for you. Rolling Stone, we've got a lot of celebrity news. And as Brian mentioned, we are going to be talking about the election. It is heating up. Hillary Clinton set maybe to make an announcement this week. Rand Paul already made an announcement, so we will have all the latest details for you. Plus, he's got a little bad reputation that we've got to work on with Rand. He's throwing rantrums, is what he's saying.
He is. Are you still on the Rand wagon?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Don't forget, you can check out our website for all of the podcasts of What's Trending Today, crntalk.com/What's Trending Today. Jennifer Horn and Brian Whitman back with more on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-351-8614. That's 800-351-8614. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-351-8614.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Shaking it up. What's trending today? CRN Digital Talk Radio. Jennifer Horn, Brian Whitman with you. And, it is political season, apparently. It has sprung, just like spring. It has sprung.
That's right.
Now, keep in mind, this is for the election in 2016.
Yeah, now so far,
like a year and a half.
If you have your scorecard out, the first...
let me get mine.
Okay, get your scorecard.
Okay, here we go.
The first in the pool was...
multiple pages.
Yes, it is. You're going to need multiple pages after all the candidates announce.
I'm ready. I've got my brackets.
It started with Ted Cruz, who announced a Republican.
Ted Cruz, I got him.
And then the second candidate to announce was another Republican with a libertarian streak named Rand Paul.
Can we say with libertarian skin?
Right. Now, it appears...
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Just making jokes.
A little punchy. Over the weekend, we understand the third candidate is going to announce. This candidate is different than the other two because this candidate is not a Republican but a Democrat. This candidate is also not a man but a woman. This candidate is reportedly going to be Hillary Clinton.
What?
The former First Lady and Secretary of State and U.S. Senator.
No.
That's right. My little girl is, she's going to be third in the pool, and we're very excited about it. And more about him in a second, how he factors in. Yes. And I understand that Monday or Tuesday, you could expect the senator from Florida, Marco Rubio,
jumping in as well.
To formally. Now you've got guys like Jeb Bush who have opened exploratory committees, but they're not formally candidates yet.
We're just dealing with the ones that are in. So you've got Ted Cruz, who got a little bump after he declared his candidacy. Rand Paul has had kind of a rocky week. He gave what I thought was a fantastic speech, although it was a little theatrical. He sounded a little like he was delivering Shakespeare. I'm here to bring America back.
I thought he gave a great speech, too.
But it was a great speech, and it was empowering. And, you know, I wasn't a big fan of Rand before the speech. Mm-hmm. I was intrigued that he had expanded his stance, his foreign policy.
Well, look, here's what he's trying to do. Rand Paul is this new breed. He would call himself, I think, and he might not use that word, but he's a new breed of Republican leader. He is a very, very much a libertarian, and his foreign policy is not a neocon. He flippantly and cavalierly criticizes what he calls, in air quotes, the neocons. So, but what his challenge is, of course, to win a Republican primary for the presidency, you've got to be very conservative. So he's running to the right. Rand Paul, who has a lot not in common on foreign policy with conservative Republicans, now has to cozy up to them so they will vote for him over a Ted Cruz or a Mike Huckabee so he can get the nomination. In a general election, Rand Paul against Hillary Clinton,
I think in the middle, I think.
And I think he'd have a pretty good chance against her. The challenge is, can he ever get that far and win the primary? And the answer is, I don't think so.
In fact, in some polls that have been out this week, Brian, Rand Paul is the only Republican candidate that's polling and actually beating or competing with Hillary today as of this moment.
Right.
And it's because he can bring in this young male 20-something vote who has this libertarian streak. What will be the challenge for him is to win over the party. Now, I was, like I said to you, I'm a Republican, and I was never, I mean, I like Rand for certain reasons. I like him on domestic issues, but that foreign policy scares me. But his speech, he seemed to cast a larger net to kind of catch those people saying, hey, no, I've got a little up my sleeve. I'm not going to let national security fall to the ground.
That's right.
I'm in. And
it won't go by the wayside if I'm president.
Right. I was impressed with that. But he goes on to the Today Show with Savannah Guthrie.
Yep.
And Savannah Guthrie calls him on some things that he switched his stance on, as all candidates do. And instead of having fun with it and playing with it a little bit, he got mad. He was punchy. I think his quote was, no, 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 no. I think there were like 7 no's.
Well, look, I have to say this about Savannah Guthrie, and you and I might find myself defending Rand Paul where you're criticizing him, which is a flip about here. Usually it's the other way around. I believe there were 2 moments with the interview with the female interviewer. One where Rand Paul, interrupted, I believe, Savannah Guthrie. Mm-hmm. He interrupted her and then told her how to do her job.
He did do that.
I believed that was sexist. I felt pangs of sexism when I watched that and listened to it. However, previous to that, I believe Savannah Guthrie didn't do a very good job as an interviewer.
She's not a great interviewer.
She's not. And I believe that she actually, now maybe folks will call me a sexist. I think she could take an interviewing class and be better at it. The way she asked her questions, the litany with which, the rapid fire with which she asked her questions, not giving him an opportunity to respond, and then talking over the interview subject. I thought Savannah Guthrie, and by the way, I'm a liberal Democrat. I don't say this to exonerate myself from the charge of sexism. If you think I sound sexist, then you think I sound sexist. My point is, Savannah, but I'm a professional first. I know how to do this broadcasting, and I know how to interview someone, and I don't think Savannah Guthrie is so good at it.
Yeah, I don't think she was either, and I think the way he answered, I think the reason I would defend Rand a little bit here, I think he needs to, I don't even think it was a sexism issue for me. I think it was just, he can't look that snarky because he's going to get made fun of as his campaign's going to be over. He just needs to be a smarter campaigner in front of the camera. But I think that what bothered me is that he just, the way he needs to be Reagan-esque. He needs to kind of deflect a little bit.
But also, very quickly, you know what conservatives love? Newt Gingrich does it. Conservatives love it when candidates battle the interviewer.
But you got to give up that euphoria for the press. It's what's trending today.
The Showroom at South Point presents illusionist Rick Thomas. Mind-gripping effects that will have you mesmerized. April 10th through the 12th. Is it magic? Illusion. Is it real? Tickets are vanishing fast. Conjure yours now by the magic of going online at southpointcasino.com or charge by phone 702-797-8055. Rick Thomas at the South Point.
I want to start out with some of my songs that go back to my very first recording.
The Showroom at South Point presents Crystal Gale. April 24th through the 26th. Tickets available now. In person at the South Point box office. Online at southpointcasino.com or charge by phone 702-797-8055. Don't miss Crystal Gale at the South Point.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808. Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
They say life is about choices. So let me introduce you to one of the best choices you can make in life. Grainger Choice. The Grainger Choice product line has just about everything we need to keep this place running. From batteries to V-belts, safety to sump pumps, and with Grainger Choice, we can trust that every product is dependable and cost-effective. When it comes to making life choices, here's a great one. Grainger Choice. Get it? Got it? Good. Call clickgrainger.com/choice or stop by. Grainger. For the ones who get it done.
The Doug Stephan Good Day program, early morning radio, and I guess it is radio, although it's radio on TV because this is CRN Digital Talk. You can find out what's going on in the world. We talk about the issues of the day, the events of the day, the people that people are talking about. We have an interesting way of looking at the news and having a little fun with the issues. So if you want to have some fun, learn a few things, and get up on the right side of the world, Doug Stephan's Good Day program, weekday mornings, 2 to 7 a.m. on CRN Digital Talk.
What's trending today on CRN Digital Talk Radio. And before we took a little break there, Brian, we were talking about the political landscape as it's shaping up. Now, we talked about Rand, his problems with Savannah Guthrie this week on the Today Show, which were documented very well across social media. And you and I think that Rand needs to get it together quick and clean up his public image, because the left especially will look for anything they can to make him look like a jerk. And that's what they did when all this stuff started trending on social media. But I think he wants to make sure that he's not not being caught in a gotcha moment. So I think he's trying to correct what is being said about him to put into like a digestible bite so that he gets across what he's trying to say.
Yeah, because very quickly he can't afford really any more moments like that.
Correct. So give him this one. We'll see if he gets a boost in the polls because, people do tend to get a boost as soon as they declare for real. And we'll see if this had any impact on that. Now, your girl.
Mm-hmm.
Hillary.
HRC.
I wanted to be your girl, Brian, but apparently Hillary is your girl. And that's okay.
Well,
I've come to terms with that with my therapist. But, yes, Hillary Clinton apparently has already taped her declaring message. It's already in the can,
right,
ready to go, and she's releasing it this weekend.
Yeah, we have reason to believe Sunday will be the day that Hillary Clinton goes online, social media, and announces, and then, with as Jennifer so eloquently, accurately, and with a keen, savvy insight to the inner workings of the business said in the can. That's what it's done. It's sitting in the can, ready to roll. And then after the announcement, I understand a travel schedule comes very quickly. Hillary Clinton's first visit will be the state of Iowa.
Which she didn't do last time, right? Didn't she ignore Iowa a little bit last time?
Iowa is a big deal from 2008 because she came in third at the Iowa caucus behind Barack Obama, John Edwards, and obviously, and then her. So it was embarrassing for her. She'd like to win Iowa. She's the front runner. There is not a Democrat who's even close to her in the polls.
Is there actually another Democrat? Let me ask you that because you are on that side. You vote with the D's usually.
I do.
And it seems like they have just kind of like handed this coronation to Hillary that she will be the next queen of the country. So.
To me, most interesting to watch is Governor O'Malley, the former governor of Maryland. He was the mayor of Baltimore and I believe a city council person before that. He's got a real record and of executive leadership, mayor, governor, and he's interesting to watch. Also interesting, Joe Biden is interesting because he is the vice president of the United States.
He was trending this week. Did you see why?
Because of the weird thing with the
baby.
Holding the baby.
There was a picture. Or he was actually, I would actually consider voting for Joe Biden only because he amuses me. I mean, he is so weird. He is like that weird uncle that just never goes away.
How would you describe this photo?
Oh my God, creeper status to the max. I mean, here he is at this rally, right? He comes up, he takes this baby in his arms. This is not a baby that's related to him, by the way. This is not like his grandchild.
And how old do you think that kid looked?
6 months.
Yeah, I'd say
at the most.
Yeah, not a year.
No. So he scoops his baby up in his arm. And the picture that has been trending on Facebook and Twitter, he's holding the baby in front of him, face to face with this baby. And he actually plunks the kid's pacifier out of his mouth and puts it into his own mouth.
Yeah, the vice president.
He's the vice president sucking on another child's pacifier.
Now, does he think that's cute?
It is the most Okay, look.
No mom is putting that pacifier.
I don't have children.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I would love them someday. But
yeah, of course.
If, let's just say, a couple years down the road, I have a little baby Jennifer at home that I'm holding.
Right.
I don't think I would even take the pacifier from my child's mouth and put it into my mouth because then that kid's going to put it back in her mouth. And that's just asking for, like it's just an exchange of germs. I don't know. It just freaks me out.
If I'm making a confession now, you're going to think I'm gross.
Oh, tell me, what'd you suck on?
When I eat ice cream with a spoon.
You share it with your dog, don't you?
Yep. Off my spoon.
You are not the first man in my life that has shared ice cream with the dog. My other boss, Doug Stephan, shared ice cream cones with his dog, Charlotte.
I do that, yeah.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Okay, I would rather suck on my baby's pacifier.
Yeah,
that's just gross.
I know it is
Your
gross.
dog, do you know what your dog's tongue does to his rear end?
But my
that's
dog.
That's his washcloth.
But Moxie and Biddy, they lick my face all the time and I don't say no. So what's the difference? When I came back from the cruise, we talked about it at the beginning of the show, what's trending today? When I came through the door after being gone for a week, they were so excited to see me. They went crazy. I went crazy. I dropped my luggage. I was rolling on the floor. They're rolling. It was so fun.
I wish I would have seen that. That's really cute.
It was cute.
I love animals.
I know you do.
I have cats. I would have a dog. Or I don't have cats. I have a cat.
But you have that, you're the kind of person, you have that big heart. You love animals.
I do. I love animals and people.
Yeah.
I love people more than animals, I will admit.
Some animals I love more than some people.
Touche. But I do not like the whole licking thing from a dog.
No.
No.
Okay.
It's a little too I don't really like the slobbery face.
Well, people should know you're a very elegant. You're like a girly girl. and like you always looked so beautiful that like if a dog came and gave you like a big lab, gave you a big lick on the face, I think you would be concerned about how that looked.
Oh, no.
No, I think...
No, it has nothing to do with how it looks. There is something about having sticky,
that's what I mean.
smelly saliva
and
on your face.
And then you'd disappear to the bathroom. You'd be like, who has a moist towelette? And you'd be doing this whole thing.
But it has nothing to do with how I look. Because
No.
I like to get dirty. But, well...
No, I don't mean that you're vain. I didn't mean you're vain. But you would immediately be trying to undo the saliva thing.
I would try to undo the saliva thing quickly.
Right.
And, cat tongues, different because they don't have the saliva associated with them. They're more like sandpaper.
They're rough, right? Yes.
It's actually nice. I have them work on my calluses usually when I'm at home. I have a buddy. I'm like, get mama's heel, cat. Work on my big toe. That's how you save money on pedicures when you're a poor radio person.
Gosh, that is the funniest thing I've heard all day.
It's just this
I have them work on my calluses at home, which is such a juxtaposition of everything you just said about how a little saliva from a lab would freak you out, but you let your cat, quote, work on your calluses at home.
Have you seen those pedicures? And these actually are trending. They are pedicures that started in Japan.
Okay.
Really wacky. They have, like, people go and plunk their feet into a pond, and then these fish come and eat the dead skin off of your foot. I guess the fish are attracted to the dead skin, and so they actually eat pieces of your foot off, and that's how these women get rid of their calluses. Insane?
It's a natural pond?
It's a natural pond, and this happens at like salons in Japan, and then it's moved over here. There's like places you can go plunk your feet in the water and let the fish eat your feet.
I sort of understand it, I guess.
Ugh.
I mean, it's sort of...
What if they go too far and all of a sudden you come out without a third toe?
Yeah, right. Then,
where does my toe ring go?
Yeah, well then I think you have a lawsuit with the provider, with the spa. No, the spa. Whoever brought you there, I think you have an issue with that.
Going after you, Goldie.
Yeah, right.
I'm coming after you. Larry H. Parker sues you.
I'll be back.
That's what's trending today on CRN.
What would an extra $250 a month mean to you? For some, it's a little financial breathing room. For others, it's a car payment, a home repair, or help with college tuition. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I've got some great news if you're looking to save money on your mortgage. All it takes is a simple phone call to Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. Folks who refinance with HARP can save an average of $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year. Our home loan experts fully understand the HARP guidelines, and they'll walk you through our streamlined process. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And this year, for the first time, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed law 50 states and MLS number 3030.
For over 20 years, you've trusted Lumber Liquidators to make high-quality, beautiful flooring affordable for everyone. Delivering this value means you get the floor you want at the low price you deserve. So we've lowered prices even more. This week at Gorgeous hand-scraped bamboo. It's durable, beautifully textured, and now it's $179. That's 40% off our already low price. Plus 200 styles of pre-finished hardwood from $169 and 12-month special financing. You trust our value. We value your trust for quality hardwood. See the flooring experts today. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
We are perfectionists. We do it right and don't stop until the job is done. We build commercial zero-turn mowers with maneuverability, power, and comfort. Who are we? We are Kubota. Now, during our More Power to You sales event, you can get long-term financing as low as 0% APR on new commercial-grade Z700 series mowers. For more information or to find a participating dealer, visit Kubota.com.
Gender in the news. It is what's trending today. I know, I'm never letting that one go. I just use it and use it and use it.
Yeah, I like to say transgender instead of...
You know, I love that too. I might need to switch between those.
You're more than welcome to
Well,
it.
ABC News announced this week that Bruce Jenner will sit down with Diane Sawyer, which we knew, but they have a date set for airing of ABC's 2020 special on Bruce Jenner. It is April 24th. Set your calendars. 2 hours. Now, I'm not sure what exactly you can talk about for 2 hours.
Well, look, there's a lot.
Find out.
There's a lot to talk about. The reports indicate that a source says that it's going to be like a docu-series. So they have followed him for a while. Mm-hmm. It's not like a sit down,
right?
Just
2
talk
hour
for like
interview.
they're following him around, I guess, around town and doing the thing. And it's going to feature Bruce Jenner, obviously, and the family talking. I'm reading now the report talking about Bruce, quote, coming out.
Right.
So there could be that. Now, I don't, as I sit here, I don't know if Bruce Jenner is going to assert, and I'm being respectful, I'm not trying to be funny, I don't know if he's going to assert that he's bisexual or a homosexual. I don't know.
I've heard, and I don't know where I've heard this, but in my brain I've heard that he still says he's interested in women.
Okay, so he might be bisexual. If he's coming out.
Let's see. We need need that scorecard back again.
Okay, or he could be coming out as a woman. Right. Okay.
I think that's what they're getting at.
Interesting. By the way, only a conversation you'd have in 2015, but I'm going to ask the question. Are there people who are transgendered who, like, let's assume Bruce Jenner's becoming a woman. That's obviously what's happening, right? Let's assume that's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Okay. Are there people who go and change their gender but have the traditional heterosexual sexual desires and affiliations?
I believe so.
Like what? But okay, so why would a man who is sexually attracted to women becomes a woman?
A lesbian.
No. I see. I'm not being clear. A man. Imagine me. So imagine me for a moment. Imagine me for a moment. We'll just talk about me.
Okay.
And just imagine it's me. It makes it easier. A man likes to have sex with women.
Yes.
If I'm that guy, why would I become a woman?
Exactly, because transgender.
To become a lesbian?
I think the difference between being lesbian or gay, because that's
right.
One thing.
What are the aspects
on the
of
table.
this? Right.
But the thing about transgender is that you feel like you are a woman inside.
Right. It's not actually about sexual preference.
Sex.
Right. You believe you were born a man or a woman and you want to fix that. Right. You were born wrong.
Yes.
Well said. Right.
And so that's what I think he is getting at, that he's always identified as a woman. Right. And I don't think his sexual preference changes. We'll find out. I'm sure he probably will address this. I wonder if he's going to come out in like full regalia.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's
want to acknowledge the people listening to what's trending today right now going, oh my gosh, these two are nuts. I couldn't even have that conversation they're having. This world is so screwed up. So if you're one of the people sitting there hearing this right now going, wow, this world is so crazy, I want to acknowledge your feeling that way.
You're right.
And you are right.
You're absolutely right.
It is a different place than it was a generation ago. Totally with you on that. So, we're sitting here having this very academic, clinical conversation. I know there are people sitting there going, this whole place is
I know.
nuts.
And this is all based on guessing, because believe me, I have.
By the way, Diane Sawyer's great one to do the interview. She's a great interviewer.
Of the LBGT community.
Oh, I didn't even know that. But she's a great interviewer, and they are going to run it. Bruce Jenner, by the way, this surprised me, and it might surprise some of our listeners and viewers. Bruce Jenner is 65.
Yeah. Imagine that. Why would you do this to yourself? This is elective surgery. That's a big deal for your body. 65 years old.
He became an Olympic gold decathlon medal winner in 1976. So the way a friend of mine put it, it's interesting. Pretty much everybody who's alive right now knows who he is. If you watched him train and compete in the Olympics, which I was too young for that, but I'm young enough or old enough that when my brother and I were sitting there having breakfast in the morning, it was Bruce Jenner on the Wheaties box.
On the Wheaties box, sure was.
Absolutely.
And he says he still can be a sports fan, by the way. I saw a comment with him. He's like, I'm not switching away from my sports roots. Like,
okay.
How sexist is that?
Yeah, right.
I'm a girl. I love sports.
Yeah, right.
Like, come on.
Right. Unbelievable. And then, of course, he really has found a brand new generation has found him through the Kardashian stuff.
Speaking
You're right.
of the Kardashians and the Jenners, the Muppet Show is coming back.
Well, it seems almost a Is Bruce going to be on it?
I think so.
Yeah, they could just put him in there. He could be one of them.
Stick your head.
Yeah.
The ABC is developing a reboot of The Muppet Show. I'm a fan of this one because I loved The Muppets. So this is a good story for me. It's coming back this summer, it looks like. It could be this summer or fall that ABC will bring it back.
It was originally a CBS show, and of course The Muppet Show, Jim Henson, the creative mastermind behind The Muppets, has died. He wouldn't be around to do this. The success they've had with some of the Muppet movies in recent years, very recently, has led them to believe maybe there's enough interest to sustain a weekly Muppet show. Look,
so great.
I agree with you, and you and I are of the... Actually, you and I are a little bit younger than the Muppet generation. I'm older than you are. People, I think, can tell that. But this is a nostalgia play. I mean, obviously. Mm-hmm. I mean, to bring back the Muppets, has got guys at my age, 42, going, wow, this is cool.
Yeah. We're relevant again.
Yeah, we're relevant again. And I would assume that ladies my age are going, oh, wow, the Muppets were fun and cute and adorable. Let's do that again.
Miss Piggy is my idol.
Right. And by the way, if you watched the Muppet Show and you were a kid and you got kids of your own, look, every parent wants their kid to have similar experiences, the good ones that they had, and the Muppet Show was one of them.
Totally. And you know what? The reason they came back in fashion, and I want to give props where it's due, and I'm forgetting the guy's name, but the guy from the Big Bang Theory, Jason Segel. He's the one that loved the Muppets so much that he actually really put a lot of his own funding and his own blood, sweat, and tears into that first Muppet movie that kind of brought them back into style. So.
Yeah, and they're great.
What your grilled cheese consumption says about you, and a Burger King wedding. Those are the items that are trending.
Oh, I don't know. Will this second be long enough to contain all of my commentary?
We're going to try. Next, it is Brian and Jen on What's Trending Today, CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California. With the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit inatlagunabeach.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you could double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-582-7531. That's 800-582-7531. 800-582-7531.
Right.
It's what's trending today.
I love this show.
I love this show. I'm Jennifer Horn. That is Brian Whitman.
Hi.
I also love grilled cheese. Do you like a grilled cheese sandwich? You don't like cheese.
You know what? I'm funny. I don't like grilled cheese, which is interesting, but I love cheese like on pizza. I love cheese on pasta.
But you don't do it on burgers.
But like a slice of Swiss or American cheese on a burger, I'd never do. God forbid a cold sandwich, like a couple of slices of Kraft cheese,
yes,
which I know is great, on white bread, I could never do it. Did it every day in school as a child and burned out.
You know, I don't like the Kraft cheese singles, and if they're a sponsor of this program, I'm just kidding.
I know people, no, but people do love it.
I know. People love those singles. I don't. I mean, on a hamburger, I can do American cheese, but if I'm doing a grilled cheese sandwich, I want cheddar cheese. I want good,
cheddar
melty,
cheese.
Delicious cheddar cheese. There's a new survey out because it is grilled cheese month. I don't know if you know this.
Oh, wow.
April is grilled cheese month, and there is a new survey out that says that your grilled cheese sandwich preferences reveal a lot about you. If you like American cheese on your sandwich, you're easygoing. But if you need 15-year aged cheddar, which I don't, I just need regular cheddar.
Right.
You're
high maintenance. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. That can't be true.
There's this new social networking dating site called Scout, and it said your grilled cheese also has a direct correlation on your sex life. Brian.
Interesting. Okay, give me hints and let me see if I can guess.
The survey was 4,600 people and found that 73% of grilled cheese lovers have sex at least once a month. Compared, oh, sorry.
No, I'm going to say something. Grilled cheese, I think, if we were doing the Family Feud with Louis Anderson.
Okay, let's play the feud. Top 3 answers on the board. Here's the question. Name a popular food to eat right after lovemaking.
You think it would be a grilled cheese?
Oh, yeah, it might be number 1 answer.
Well,
sure.
Only because it's easy to make.
Yeah.
But I don't know that grilled cheese is sexy because then you get the butter on your fingers.
But you don't have to be sexy after sex.
You don't. You're right. You're over it.
Right.
You just want to shower and eat some good food and go to bed.
Peanut butter and jelly is another one.
A good example.
Right. That's not sexy. And the jelly's falling all. It's gross.
Sustenance is what it is.
That's what it is. Something.
Well, 73% of grilled cheese lovers have sex at least once a month. So score for me. Apparently I'm missing out on this. Compared with 63% of those who don't love grilled cheese, that's you.
Yeah.
And 32% of grilled cheese lovers have sex at least 6 times a month compared with 27% of non-grilled cheese lovers. So the bottom line here is,
what's the takeaway?
If you like grilled cheese, you're having more sex.
You know what?
Summer for you, Brian Whitman.
I think I believe this. I'll tell you why. There's something about grilled cheese. I think people who like grilled cheese are warm, affectionate people because I think it's kind of a warm effect. I think it's a warm thing.
It's a warm and gooey thing.
A former girlfriend of mine loved grilled cheese. Whenever we were at hotels or anything, from the room service, as gourmet as it could get, she loved it.
Delicious, buttery toasty. Always better in a restaurant.
Right. And she is a very warm, affectionate person.
Yeah.
And by the way, also, I'm not naming her. She was a very sexual person.
Well, there you go.
So I think those characteristics blend.
Yeah, I think you're right. And the survey also goes on to say, to your point, 81% of those that love grilled cheese say they've donated time, money, or food to those in need. And 84% of grilled cheese fans love to travel, compared with 78% of those who aren't fans. So now,
interesting.
You just realize that people that like grilled cheese, well, they're just better people.
They are better overall.
And the most popular cheese, by the way, 41% like cheddar. That's me. 33% mozzarella, 10% Swiss, 8% provolone, 6% brie, and 2% everything else.
I am having a cheesesteak sandwich for lunch today, and
it's a nasty spray cheese on top, like they do it in Philly.
Nope. I am having. They offer 3 cheeses. And the one they offer, my favorite is mozzarella, but they don't offer it. I will have provolone cheese.
Provolone is good. Provolone is a very mild-mannered, well-behaved cheese.
Yeah, it behaves itself.
It melts. It's not too stinky. See, I'm not a big stinky cheese girl.
Me neither.
Cheddar, mozzarella, provolone.
That's right.
Sometimes brie.
That's right.
I make a brie sandwich with some raspberry jam. That's really good.
Oh, that sounds good.
Really?
Yeah, that does sound good, actually.
I'm going to make it for you.
Yeah, okay.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We've got to get out of here. But so nice to have you back, Brian Whitman.
Great to be back for my cruise on dry land.
Yes.
Here, Hollywood adjacent at CRN.
Very adjacent. It is what's trending today. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound?
Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing.
Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like the Robert Conrad